So the next step where we are going to work on is on whether the camera has been updated or not. Here we have a Hero 4 camera, and the way it has worked for me in order to find out if it needs to be updated or not is that you turn it off and then you turn it back on. Remember the mode. What is the mode that you want to be in now? The mode in this case is that you want to have the camera on. You turn the camera on and then you're going to see very briefly that it's going to let you know which firmware it has installed on the LED display. So there it is, and it's version 4. We are supposed to be on version 5, so this one needs to be updated. Now, in order to make sure that things are working between the camera and your laptop, which is the way that we are going to update the firmware, what GoPro likes, it's a little finicky, is that you roll a couple of clips. So you press the record button and you roll some clips. Right now it doesn't matter which video setup you have because once you download the firmware update, everything is going to go back to the default of when the camera was manufactured. So there we have about 20 seconds of clip. So at this point what we do is that we take the USB port that normally is cover, but in this case I took the cover out, and you have the mini USB, the mini HDMI. This is where the micro SD camera goes. You take a cable that already came with the camera. It's a regular USB cable, mini USB to USB. You plug it in, and then you plug in the USB into your laptop. Now, the way I am going to make sure that I am updating the camera is by using a software that GoPro has. You are using this desktop software. Is a free software from GoPro called GoPro Quick. In this case, I've been using it a lot for this project. So I am activating the software so that we can see what it looks like. And there is detecting the camera right here. Hero 4 Black is detecting it, and let's go ahead and let's give it a name. Hero 4 Black, in this case this is camera 2, so we distinguish it from the other cameras. And now we wait for the software to tell you whether it needs to be updated or not. In this case, as you can see, it is having difficulty letting me know that it needs an update. Even though it's telling me that it's up to date, it is version unknown, and when we turned it on it said number 4 and we're supposed to be on 5. So what I am going to do is a trick that I found out that the GoPro cameras like, and that is to actually insert the micro SD card into the computer so that somehow it detects the SD card and then it detects camera. And that's what we're doing now. We went ahead and we inserted the SD card. There you go. And let's see what it tells me at this point. This is the stuff. There you go. You see, now it's letting me know that Black 2 needs to get an update. I hit get update. I understand everything that it's telling me. I accept the terms. I update. And then I follow the instructions. Make sure that your GoPro is fully charged, which it is. Then insert the SD card, turn the camera on, and wait for the update to complete. So, in this case, we eject the SD card that we currently have in the computer. The moment that we go ahead and we insert the SD card, it's giving me some symbols, and it's going through a process in the LED that you can see in the camera. This is camera 2, so it is updating it. It's going to take about 2 minutes to do this. So while we wait for this, let me recap. You have to roll some footage into the SD card. you have to have it with something in it. Then you plug in the mini USB to USB port on the camera. You turn on the GoPro Quick software that is free at the GoPro website. You detect the camera, you give it a name. If for some reason it's not telling you that it needs an update, what you do is that you extract the SD card from the camera, you put that into your computer. Then the software is going to have a conflict between the camera and the SD card. At that moment, you're going to get your update advisory from GoPro that you need to install an update. You follow that process, you follow the instructions, then you take out the SD card, you put it back into the camera, following the instructions from the software, and then you wait until the updating of the firmware process takes place. And it's telling me right now 100% updated. So we are done. If you want to verify if this is true, there it is, Hero 4 number 5, if it said it very briefly, and we have updated the camera.